It's David.Rosen, and this week on If I Was the Mayor, we're going to talk about garbage and recycling. So today we're going to talk about something that's not that sexy. Trash, dirty stuff, waste management, and recycling. If we did our jobs right, 68% of all residential garbage and 75% of all commercial trash would not make it to a landfill. All of it would be recycled, but we're not doing our jobs. Seattle and San Francisco lead the nation in recycling. They really do the best job, and they get about 50% of their trash recycled. Here in New York, we have a number of issues we need to fix, but we can fix them. For starters, in working class communities and public housing in particular, recycling bins are very underutilized and they're poorly designed. The architecture is bad. We need to add more recycling receptacles in public housing. When it comes to construction jobs, we're not recycling construction debris, and a lot of that's very quality metal. I knew a guy who made a fortune selling dumps that had metal in them to Waste Management because they actually melt out the iron and resell that stuff. You know, waste can be incredibly profitable. We need to, as a city, be revenue neutral, or at least more profitable when it comes to recycling. We are way behind on composting. When you move into a home, they give you a little compost bucket, but very few people use those, and they don't even know how to use them. In fact, the public culture of waste management is really lacking. People try to recycle styrofoam, which is non-biodegradable and doesn't recycle. Public education on this subject is important, and it's really touchy because people want to avoid rodents, they want to avoid roaches, so how can we do that and still compost? And I think that's where education really has to come in. We have to have a composting conversation that makes sense. Politicians, for my whole life, have really skirted around this issue. No one has taken the bull by the horns. So whoever you are, next mayor of New York, and I'm happy to see that one of the people running, Ms. Garcia, was in the Department of Sanitation as the chairwoman for many years. I'm optimistic. Last but not least, we have nowhere to send the recycling most of the time. China has closed its doors, they're not accepting it. So we have to be self-sufficient. We have to invest in infrastructure that allows us to handle this dirty stuff. Thanks, this is David.Rosen. And don't forget, reduce, reuse, recycle. And this has been another episode of If I Was the Mayor.